phase out, and you will see, and that every region could feed their own people. Region number 5, I want to leave this message with you, that when you vote for the coalition, you are securing the future of your children and your grandchildren and their children. Because once you elect a government of your choice, that's the APNU, we will set the platform that Guyana would then grow, and 15 years from now, you will still see the success of the next coalition government when your children begin to benefit from what Aubrey Norton and his team will do for Guyana. So I want to close and allow a young man who I have great respect for, a young man who will tell you about what the future would look like. I want to tell you, Belladrum, in 2020, he stood right here and he spoke to you. And that man stood with the APN, with the People's National Congress reform. He stood with the APNU, and tonight he's here again to speak to you. I am saying tonight that as a young man, I have tremendous respect and regard for the next president of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, none other than Aubrey Compton Norton. And I credit my successes in my political walk to Aubrey Compton Norton as a man who was always not only encouraged, but he has trained and he has developed every single young person that comes into contact with him. And so tonight, my friends, I'm saying to you, Belladrum, that if I can vote for Aubrey Compton Norton, you too can vote for Aubrey Compton Norton. And so if Guyana is to go, the PPP must go. I thank you.
Thank you, Fitzroy. Yeah, Belladrum. Yeah, Belladrum. Holla the blow, blow, blow. Holla the blow, blow, blow. Holla the blow, blow, blow. Holla the blow, 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 la la. Holla the blow, blow, blow. Holla the blow, blow, blow. Holla the blow, blow, blow. Holla the blow, blow. We go have a grand time all night tonight, all night tonight, all night tonight. We go have a grand time all night tonight, all night tomorrow night. All right. Hey, we can't do everything tonight. We can't do everything tonight. You gotta come out next week, Saturday night coming, August 23rd. You gotta come out in Hope Town, and that is when we're gonna do the thing tonight. All right, we're gonna do the thing tonight. But you heard Vince Wright tell you. You heard Vince Wright tell you what's happening next. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment you've been waiting for. This is the man that you come out to hear speak. He's a real man of the people. He's a man who puts the people first. And when September 1st comes and you go out there and you put your ex by the palm of the hand, you are voting for him to become our next president. Ladies and gentlemen, Belladrum, 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 make noise for Aubrey Compton Norton.
Put your people first, every one of them. Not for sure, no commas like some of them. Put your people first, every one of them. Just left me there. Got it done before I reach home. I know what you wanna say. What all I did was pass by your store. I had to buy sugar and rice, plus some other things on the side. Got things in Guyana that not going right. Don't vote, some say it don't change, nothing is just them changing hand. Work more hard, try your hand. I feel like I'm going mad. Then I see them getting land. It's fooling me all along. Well, I got a surprise for you. I'm putting up the one, I don't care what you say. Put me tick by up, no fucking fast. What you fast, better vote for a no. If you want a better future for yourself and your children, what you want to be. For the X, for the X, for the X. By the bomb, by the hand. For the X, for the X, for the X. Must they have a future plan? I'm not saying this land. For the X, for the X, for the X. It's not no bluff. Every insurance I'm gonna do right by us.
Good evening, Belladrum.
Good evening.
Good evening, Region 5. Good evening, all. We are engaged in a process to regain our freedom. This government has removed a lot of our rights. Let me start with the Guyana Police Force. The Guyana Police Force has to fight for its right to ensure people are promoted without having to go online and praise the Jagabat finale. The Guyana Police Force is a constitutional entity in this country that is supposed to operate independent of the government. But this government has forced the Guyana Police Force to be endorsing a president that would have failed them. We need to take back that. We need our freedom. Our public servants have got to get freedom. This government is searching the social media, and if they see a post they do not like, they are either suspending or firing public servants. Public servants have a right to express their views. And public servants, when you vote on September 1st, you are voting to retake your rights from this dictatorial government. 10-day workers, you also have got to fight to get back your rights. When you got the job, it was not for the government to mandate and compel you to go to PPP rallies. They started suggesting it was an attempt to reduce unemployment. But the 10-day workers program has turned out to be a means to force people to go to PPP rallies. Nobody here is forced. Everybody here would have come off of their own. And so, this government must recognize that they are violating people's rights when they insist that people have got to go to PPP rallies if they're to continue. We didn't bring our soldiers and police in the job to clean gutter, to clean streets. We brought them to serve and protect the people. We brought them to protect our territorial integrity. And therefore the PPP regime is out of place to be taking members of the joint services and turning them into garbage collectors and cleaners. And so we have to get back these rights. And the way to get back these rights is to vote for the APNU. My friends, we live in some terrible times in Guyana. We have arrived at a point in this country where there is no decency, where all you can witness is abuse of the law. Every day there is an abuse of the law by this government. We have to restore law and order to Guyana. We set out to restore law and order to Guyana. Guyana needs to be governed properly. At present, Guyana is governed by a set of incompetent people. Their best qualification is plundering the treasury. I call it the government of thief man galore. Thief man galore. I have never seen a government with so many thieves. I said one time, and I do believe it, if when they move, the shadow didn't used to move with them, they would have thief the shadow. They don't care. They don't care. They have become barefaced with their corruption. We said to you as the next government, we will be putting people first. Why do we put people first? Because we believe the most important resource to develop in this country is the human resource. If a government doesn't have at its disposal proper human resources, they will end up like this government. You have a president whose certificate is in question. And even if you didn't believe, even if you believed that he genuinely got the certificate, when he talk, there is no he got none. And so, our task is to put a competent team in place to govern this country. We said to you, we have the most rounded and competent team. And it is rounded because it is a reflection of the society. It has youth. It has professionalism. It has everything that a government should have. And so you need not fear. Under the APNU, every person will get their share. Our aim is not to exclude people, but to include all Guyanese and ensure they get a better quality life. That is what we set out to do. We set out to get rich at the expense of the people. I come from Linden, and I didn't come with the intention of getting rich. I came with the intention to serve the people of Guyana. And I want to say a government under me will be a government that has integrity. It's going to be a government that serves the people. It is going to be a government that people can meet and relate to. Because we believe our people's views are important. Yesterday, we launched, day before yesterday, I think, we launched our manifesto. Our manifesto was the result of a process in which we engage people in all 10 regions and also people in the diaspora. And we learned from them what are their problems. We learned from them what are their needs. And our manifesto produces solutions to their problems. Our manifesto is one that reflects the interests of our people. In our manifesto, it is made very, very clear that we will put resources into the hands of the people of Guyana. They like to question how we could give $100,000
to pensioners. I heard Ali just announced that he gave pensioners 60,000. You know, it's not a lack of money. It's the lack of interest in people that caused them to behave like that. The money that they allow critic to carry away, and he could sue, carry away and not deliver on the project, could pay pensioners 100,000 for many years, not 1 year. The money that is going into corruption in this country can pay workers $200,000 a month. And we say we will do it, we will do it. And there will be a 35% increase in wages and salaries. And we're saying we can do this because we know more than 40% of this country's resources is going via waste and corruption. And once we can reduce the waste and corruption, the people of Guyana will get that money. And so, don't be worried by their tactics to scare people that we can't sustain it. We could sustain it. The money they spent on this campaign, the corruption money they spend on this campaign, buying and doing all kind of things, can give people a good life. But for them, they can spend the money, waste it, because they have to protect themselves to be able to stay in government, because they know out of government they are in deep trouble. And that is why we continuously warn this government that any attempt to rig these elections will see serious problems. It is not that we lack the ability to do street protests. It is because we thought it wasn't in the best interest of the country at the time. But if this government believes it will be allowed to continue to rape this economy through rigging, then they are mistaken. Seriously mistaken. They are seriously mistaken. And so, I am urging you to get out there and ensure that we bring out everyone who wants to support the APNU. I am of the view, when I look at the figures in Region 5, that for the first time in elections in recent times, we will win Region 5. The data is showing that they are in deep trouble. And you know, I had an experience in Essequibo last night. Though they put up all those flags, they spend the state money, they are paying young men to lash down opposition flags. I mean, what kind of government that steals your money, take it, put up flags, and your opponents put up flags, and they're lashing them down? Paying a little boy, one of them last night was 12 years of age, told us he was from Westbury, next to Dartmouth where we had the meeting, and he lashing down flags. And I had to say to the people, let him go. He is merely being misused by a corrupt and wicked government. All around the country, they are lashing down the flags. Like they forget we tell them flags don't win election. But you know, let me tell you what they said in one of the meetings. We thought we had this thing covered. We got all the flags. Now the AP and you come with a flag with a writing. Imagine that affect them. Because we put on a flag that the tax threshold will go up to 400,000. They're annoyed
because we put on a flag that we will end blackouts. And we have a credible case when it comes to ending blackout. When we came to government in 2015, blackout was the order of the day. It is the APNU government at the time that employed a proper manager and put systems in place. So by the time we left government in 2020, there was little or no blackout. We said to you, elect us on September 1st, and we will do it again and do it better. My friends, I heard Jack Deere saying at least 7 ministers ain't going back. He is admitting incompetence. If you got these jagabats with you for 5 years, and suddenly out the blue, you find out that they're incompetent, they ain't going back. Well, I can tell you something. If it is competence, then Jack Deere, no way of ain't going back because they are incompetent. The only skill they have is to put their hand in the kitty. They have no governance skill. They are running around saying that Norton has no experience. Jaretta has no experience. Ganesh has no experience. Let me say to them, it is true. We have no experience in thieving. Y'all gone with all. We already have our experience in integrity. We already have our experience in honesty. We already have our experience in competence. And we said to you, you should mind your own business. You're like them little girl child who live in a house and minding other people's business in the other house. We want you to mind your own blasted business. You know, let me show you how wicked the PPP is. I want you to listen to this. How wicked this government is. When Leonard Craig purported to have left the AFC and joined the PPP, they were celebrating. Oh, coming over to us, etc. Then Leonard Craig made some vulgar remarks. I hear what they can say. The former AFC member. They distance themselves right away. I hope the other dimwits that gone with them know and recognize that they will abandon them after this process. And we are happy. We didn't have to get rid of them. They know we don't encourage dishonesty. They know we don't encourage incompetence. And so they went their way. Thank God. I have always said, you must look at the people who joined the PPP. And you will see one common characteristic. They are always in conflict with the law. And they can challenge this. James Bond has $1 million allegedly fraud in the court. Daniel Searam has a case in the court. Figgy running from a case that they're holding over his head. You name them. I don't want to waste time with them. But they are suited to the PPP. They are in line with the PPP approach. They are in line with banditry. And bandits must go where bandits are, in the People's Progressive Party. We have no space for them. We have space for young, intelligent people. We have space for young people who have a moral compass. Look at the young people we have young Babal. You just heard young Jordan, young Corbin, young David. Once you're under 40, you're young. And so we're saying to you, not only do we have leadership of the present, but we have leadership of the future. No one will doubt that young Darren Wade has served us and served the people of this country with his legal skills. No one will doubt that Dexter Todd uses his skills to promote justice. Those are the people we want. We don't want those people whose skills must be to protect themselves from jail. I want you to understand, when you vote on September 1st, you are voting for a proper international investigation into the death of Adriana Young. Which government can call itself decent and a government when it is prepared to cover up the murder of an 11-year-old child? You shouldn't call yourself government. You should see yourself as a child abuser. This government has a nice history of involvement in destruction of young women. La Dharam Lal. They like to sue. They always suing. They sue so much till Jack they'll end up with sue. My friends, I want to make a few points now. We want to see every village in this country sustainable. We want to ensure there is economic development in every village. And as part of our plan to make villages sustainable, we will have agriculture at the base. We have said that we are going to put processing plants in key regions to ensure that we can process our agricultural products. We are not hoping. We have given you a manifesto that outlines what we will do and how we will do it. We have said government's plans, policies are implemented by the public service. And we commit ourselves to giving public servants a quality life. We commit ourselves to ensuring public servants get a livable income. We believe that we have to train public servants so that they can deliver quality service to the people of Guyana. We want our public servants to be free. We don't want them have to be worrying if they make this statement, they're going to be fired. We want them to be free. In addition, we have said that after public servants work a certain period of time in the public service, they will get a duty-free concession. Our public servants work hard. And I believe it is unjust for those at the top to enjoy duty-free concession, foreign companies enjoying duty-free concession, and our hard-working public servants cannot. We will change that. We intend to address the high cost of living. We have said that we will give a lot of relief that will help people with cost of living. We said we're going to give a $10,000 electricity subsidy, a 5,000 water subsidy, all with the aim of removing burdens from the average person and ensuring that our people can live and live well. We have said that we intend to increase agricultural production so that there is the production of more food, so that the prices can stabilize and possibly come down. We have also said we recognize that once we go on that level of production, we will need storage capacity, refrigerating capacity, and those things we will put in place because we believe that Guyana can produce the food it needs, bring down the cost of living, and also have enough to export. We are very clear in our minds. We're not going to be like the present government. The Minister of Agriculture was to sue me when I said it was alleged that he gave clear instructions for the smuggled chicken to come through. I hear he claimed he couldn't find me. But it's all right, I not swear here all the time. This government is not a pro-people government. This government is anti-Guyanese people. Why would you be smuggling chicken from Brazil, from Suriname, knowing full well it will affect the farmers here? Because they don't care. The only thing that matters to them is the money that goes into their pocket. They don't care anything. They came and met us, giving Guyanese 24/7 quality water between 2015 and 2020. And then come Mr. Bash and he bashing everything. Oh, it is too costly. It is too costly. It ain't costly when you're flying to Dubai, but it is costly when you have to give the people quality service. We say to you, we will restore quality water to this country. My friends, when you have a government that pays little or no attention to your development, it's time for that government to go. We have enjoyed a lot. We have enjoyed a lot in this country. We lived through the murder of the Henry boys and Harris Singh. Irfan Ali said he would leave no stone unturned to give justice. Till now he turned one stone. And then we had Quinlan Bacchus murder. I will leave no stone unturned. He didn't turn a stone day rider. And then you had Adriana Young. I will leave no stone unturned. You must understand this government. They have no interest in justice, but we as a political party will ensure there is justice. We will do everything to ensure justice comes to those persons like Quinlan Bacchus, Adriana Young, and others. And there is another justice we will bring. There is another justice we will ensure occurs. Let these wild jokers pass. This is the level of ignorance. This is the level of ignorance. It's only for a short while. Come the first this done. I was saying to you, there's another form of justice we will deliver. The people of Makkah who they moved, and then giving out all the lands in the same part to their friends will have justice. We will restore those lands to their original owners. And we have said we will set up a restitution commission. So anybody who faced an injustice under this government can come to that committee, put their case, and once the case is proven, there will be justice. We are well aware of the unjust behavior of this government. This government knows nothing about justice. It knows nothing about decency. And we will put the things in place to ensure we return to honest and decent government. That is what we'll do. We are looking at a path to economic development that will serve the people of Guyana. We have said that we will expand the resources to the small business institution so that more young people, single women, and other vulnerable groups can obtain grants and loans to be able to become involved in business. Our intention is to create employment, but at the same time ensure we increase the amount of people in business. And I want to say this here to you. You can look forward to an APNU government that treats everyone equally. We have to end the racism of the Jagdeo Irfan Ali regime. They are openly racist. You know, sometimes you wonder, and here I'm not blaming the young women of Indo-Guyanese descent who are in the basketball team. I think regardless of ethnicity, you should get support. But basketball was being played in this country all the time. There were women playing basketball, and only now Barrett wake up to be able to help them. That is the racist nature of this government. We will end that. We want all sport and sportsmen and women to be treated equally and properly. That once you become a national athlete and competing, you will obtain sponsorship from the government of the APNU. The time has long passed. The time has long passed when our sportsmen and women must be walking around begging for money to try